Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Cranow. Welcome to my teacher and my fellow students. I've been a special ed teacher since the late 1990s, and I have a credential in special ed and in general education. My special ed credential is for mild to moderate disabilities, and my gen ed credential is in multiple subject for grades K through 6. I also have a CLAD attached to it. My background, I've been teaching since the late 1990s, as I have mentioned to you. My first job was working with a child who had autism. I was helping him back then, they called it mainstream, and I was helping him mainstream, get included into a general education environment at a small private school that's no longer open or around. It was a challenging job in that there were various social deficits that the child had, and it was my job to teach him and help him become part of the school community. And some of the behaviors he exhibited was touching things like the borders of things or the rails of things. He would accuse kids of looking at him. He had some self-rocking behavior. And I had to mediate between him and the other students. That was a challenge. Plus, I also had to deal with the teachers and the parent, and that was also a challenge. And I had no experience on me whatsoever. So after that, I went to Northridge and I got my credentials. It took quite a few years to get it. And in 2004, actually, I should say that I taught ED for some small non-public schools. I'm not even sure if they're open yet. One of them was Crossroads. Another one was called Advocate Schools in the San Fernando Valley. After that, I went to work for LAUSD, and I spent 1 year teaching ED. And then after that, I transitioned. Actually, I spent 2 years teaching ED, and after that, I transitioned into the resource program. And as I mentioned before, my credentials mild to moderate, so I was perfect for that. It was co-teaching. I jump into the classroom and teach the kids. And back then I had a learning center. So for several years I had a learning center, and my focus was on academics primarily and a little bit on organization. And I worked with a few autistic children, or worked with a few children who had autism in that environment. And it was much like working with the other kids because they were mild to moderate also. So it was helping them with academics, helping them resolve a few issues with fellow students, and maybe to help them with some organizational issues. And as things went on, to have my learning center, I needed a autism authorization added certificate to my credentials so I could have my own classroom. So I didn't have my own classroom for a long time. Now I'm deciding to get that. And I'm hoping through this class that I'll be able to work with kids that have autism, help them through their issues, serve them, help them through their social issues, and help them become one with the school community. I have a limited background working with children with autism, but there are more and more children with autism coming into the classroom. Now, right now, I work at Reed Middle School in North Hollywood, and I'm still a research teacher. We're doing a lot of Zoom now. So that's my thing. Nice to meet you all. Look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day.